In 2013, a group of mates seeking a low-impact sport came together in the city of Darwin to form the Darwin Waterfront Warriors. With no established dragon boat clubs for thousands of kilometres, it was going to be a battle to form a team, let alone get a boat. But form a team they did, and in no time flat, this group of mates paddled their way to the World Championships in less than 20 months. This is Dave Smith. He's much more than the team coach and one of the founding members. He's also the mad scientist that developed the team by studying every stroke by every member to make the team unstoppable. The team practices several times a week come rain or shine, and as they get closer to the 2016 games held in Adelaide, everybody is under pressure. At times the pressure is just too much and the tensions flare up.
I'm not holding anyone to ransom. I'm just standing up for myself.
As far as I'm concerned, they can go and get F, right? If that's the way they want to carry on like juvenile dickheads. You can't get in down there, you're going to do it here all night till you get it perfect.
Everyone's playing for real now, as too much hard work and effort has been invested to watch it fall apart. Dave has spent a small fortune building a number of training tanks at the back of his home where the team comes to clock up several hours of training throughout the week. The afternoon starts with some serious warm-ups, helping build technique, strength, and most importantly, stamina. In a few short days, it will be this strength and stamina that each member will draw on to help them paddle the 200 and 500 metre races all the way to victory. It's been done before and they know they can do it again.
5, 3, 2, 1, 7.
The Darwin Waterfront Warriors are a team of both males and females. Males naturally deliver more power at the paddle, but this power comes at a high price, as males are naturally bigger than females. What the females lack in strength, they more than compensate for by being much lighter in the boat. A uniform stroke action using the entire flat part of the paddle is the secret to a fast-moving dragon boat. But how can 10 paddlers get their stroke uniform? It's done by using this, an invention thought of and developed by Dave. Using this assembly of paddles fixed to a pivoting point forces each paddler to follow the leader, and in no time flat, the perfect stroke is achieved and the skill is quickly populated to each member. It's this dedication to training and attention to detail that allows the team to win in the 200 metre event in Mooloolaba in 2013, that same year, and take second place in the 500 metre event. The following year, the team went on to Italy, where they took on the world's fastest teams to take 5th place in the 200 metre and 7th in the 500 metre. 2015 finds the team winning again in Perth, taking first place in the 200 metre event and 4th in the 500 metre. Finally, that same year, they pick up first place in both 235 metre events for the over 40s and over 50s division. Now, in 2016, we'll follow the Darwin Waterfront Warriors as they set their sights for the Adelaide Games. An event this size that will see thousands of spectators through its gate each day, not to mention the almost 3,000 athletes participating, needs good planning and management. The first day begins with a brief that brings team representatives together under the one roof. It's important that everyone understands the strict regulations governing the day-to-day running of the 10-day event. Once briefed, the representatives prepare their respective teams, who are now given tents to house their athletes and their equipment.
Race 200, Premier Women's Small Boat Heat 3.
It's day one for the Waterfront Warriors, and in 2 hours they'll be entering their first race. Dave brings the team together for warm-ups, followed by a few words of motivation.
When the boat's in the water and you're not doing anything, get your paddle flat on the water. There's no way I'm going over like these other Larrys. Wake up yourselves. You stop the boat from going over. Not me, all of us. Think about it. If you can't put your paddle on the water, don't get in the boat. It's that simple. If that's too complicated, what the hell are you doing here? You've got to really think about it. That's called putting your mind on the job at hand. We're not here to lose, we're here to fucking win. I tell you what, if we don't win this, I'm going to be absolutely ropeable for the amount of effort and time and money that you've all put in. That's what it's all about. We don't think about nothing else. This is our race. We win this and we're straight into the next one. We win that and that's ours.
So like we said before, when we're in the boat, we don't care about anyone else. It's just us. We focus on what's happening in the boat, focus on what's going on in front of you. Don't look sideways at anything. If you're looking sideways, you're not concentrating.
Exactly.
And that's when you lose the race. So just don't look sideways. Keep in time.
Simo and Dazza have to be perfect with the next two. There's not even 100,000th of a second. If you get it perfect, and the rest of us will follow. Think, look, use your mind. It's all mind game now. We've done all we can. I can't make you go any faster.
Be confident to win. Don't sell yourself short. We're winners, we go to win, and that's what we want to do.
Controlled aggression, as Joe calls it, alright? Controlled aggression. All done this, you all know what to do, get the straight right, and the rest will happen. The team's ready to go, we've done all we can do. They can only make themselves go faster now. We're only here to win. We've got to be absolutely 100% positive, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to win. Simple as that.
It's 0 hour. Months of preparation have come down to this moment. 3,000 athletes have now formed up as event officials scrutinise each athlete and their paddles. From here, the Darwin Waterfront Warriors are directed to their dragon boat. This year, the new dragon boats are vastly different to the boats used before. They're thinner and unusually unstable. Just staying upright will be a challenge for all the teams. The first race of the day is a 200-metre sprint. The team must get a first, second or third place to guarantee their spot for a medal. The dragon boat takes off like a rocket as the paddlers pull hard to get the jump on the other teams. In a 200-metre race, there is no space for errors. The Darwin Waterfront Warriors should now be ahead of their rivals, but something is terribly wrong. Here you see the boat already starting to fall behind. The team is stronger and fitter than their rivals, and yet they are falling more and more behind without any explanation. It's a shocking defeat. The team has taken 4th position, and this could have a terrible impact on their morale and affect everything from this point on. As the team sits in their boat motionless, they seem confused and lost for explanation as to their shocking performance. What on earth could have caused such a terrible result, and who isn't doing their job? What has been overlooked? As the team arrive back to their tents, no one is talking. Dave, the team coach, is lost for words. How could the thousands of hours of training back in Darwin yield such poor results?
I've got a bit sore now, George. Well, you better get the footage, eh? I need to see it, eh?
The team now sit to view the playback footage captured during the race. They watch the race over and over again, looking for all the clues as to the cause of their poor performance. The team take off from the starting line with their signature high-powered launch. So much power is delivered to these unstable boats that Joe, the sweep steering the team, is thrown off balance and lands on his knees. Once the team starts moving, another problem is observed, and it's a huge problem. When watched at regular speed, it appears the paddlers are doing a fine job with each stroke. But watch what happens when things are slowed down. Stephen's paddle, one of the strongest paddlers on the boat, has his paddle at 45 degrees to the side of the boat. That means he's pulling water under the boat. If his paddle was at 90 degrees, it would push water to the back, giving maximum drive forward. The giveaway is the direction of each paddler's hand. Notice how each one is at 45 degrees. That means as much as 40% of drive is being lost as water is drawn under the boat instead of drawing it to the back. The call for the next stage of the 200 metre over 50s event has been made, and Dave is keen on making this race the winning race. Armed with a little more information, the Darwin Waterfront Warriors are now chomping at the bit to release the beast. As they make their way to the dragon boat, each member is going through a checklist of everything they need to remember to make the difference. But they're all cautious of how unstable these boats are. One wrong move could cause the boat to capsize, and that could cost them the entire event. Once again, their takeoff is quick and they drive the water back for a picture-perfect start. But a 200 metre sprint is over in the blink of an eye, so there's no time to think. Watching the race from our camera on the boat really captures how slow and agonising it is for the paddlers, but how quick the race happens for the spectators watching. Halfway there, and it's looking very promising for our team. They may just get a place in this race yet. Finally, they take second place in an amazing comeback race.
Hey,
Smithy, tell me about the race.
yeah, it was a lot better. We slowed the rate, slowed the aggression, got the paddles deeper, but we still got to get them deeper. Went a lot better. So now we know what we've got to do. We just got to keep adjusting, you know. So it's good, George. Oh. What do? Keep adjusting, eh? Good team changes to suit the conditions. So it's pretty good, eh?
Any rocking in the boat?
Still a bit of rocking, we can get it better. So that's something that we have to address because it washes speed off. But apart from that, it was a hell of a lot better.
Are you happy with the result?
Yeah, but we probably should have done a little bit better, but that's good, you know.
It's the end of day one for the Waterfront Warriors, and although they didn't make the finals, they certainly didn't go home empty-handed. Their spirits were high as they look back on the day with an objective point of view. It's one thing to lose a race, but to lose a race and not gain something out of it is a loss that this team will never come to know, because it's in this loss they've learnt new and valuable things to help them win tomorrow's 500 metre event.
Oh, well, you notice as soon as you hopped in the boat how twitchy they were, and people were just tipping over on the shore. And so when you went out there for our first hit out, I said half the boat wasn't really ready to realise how bad they were, and we just weren't getting power to the ground. So it was a bit of a bloody shame.
The boat moved around so much, it was unbelievable. I don't know how the sweep stayed on or the drummer or any of us got through it. So we came back and talked about it and watched the footage and realised we have to slow the rate down and slow our stroke down. And the next race was better, but it was still not good enough for us to get into the final. I feel like I've done nothing all day. We're so fresh and strong and ready to go, but we can't perform with these stupid boats. Why would you train last year in a champion boat and then come to the Australian titles and they buy all different boats? It's just, and not tell anyone. It's crazy, you know.
As a filmmaker, I was expecting to follow a team back to their hotel that would be lost for words after their day's performance. I thought that morale would be low, but clearly it's not the case. These true athletes will gain from their experience.